Welcome to the Online Public Information Center for the Schedule B Municipal Class Environmental Assessment associated with In-Services Utilities, Inc. for the new Innisfil Heights Sewage Pumping Station 6 on Innisfil Beach Road. My name is Wendy Smay and I'm an engineering technologist with the Ainley Group. I am going to assist you through the 20 display boards that form this presentation. One of the key components of the class environmental assessment process is to get feedback from interested parties in the public. Therefore, we encourage you to please provide your comments by completing and submitting the comment sheet available after viewing this presentation. The purpose of today's PIC is to provide residents, rights holders, and other stakeholders with information related to the new Sewage Pumping Station 6 that will be located on Innisfil Beach Road, servicing the Innisfil Heights Economic District. This presentation will outline the Municipal Class Environmental Assessment process. It will present the study area, the purpose and the objectives of the study. We will present the problem or opportunity statement for the project, along with a long and short list of alternative solutions. We will make a preliminary identification of a recommended solution for public and agency comment. We will receive feedback on the evaluation process and the recommended solution. As well, we will outline the project's next steps and proposed schedule. A municipality is required to conduct a municipal class environmental assessment before this type of infrastructure improvement project can proceed to construction. A municipal class environmental assessment follows an approved planning process designed to protect the environment and to ensure compliance with the Environmental Assessment Act. The purpose of the Environmental Assessment Act is to provide for the betterment of the people of the whole or any part of Ontario by providing for the protection, conservation, and wise management in Ontario of the environment. The term environment is broadly defined and includes the built, natural, socioeconomic, and cultural environments. The process requires the evaluation of potential solutions and design concepts so as to select the suitable approach that will address the problem opportunity, but also keep impacts to a minimum. Based on the scope of this project, the new Innisfil Heights Sewage Pumping Station 6 is being planned as a Schedule B Municipal Class EA project, which will complete phases 1 and 2 of the EA process. The Municipal Class Environmental Assessment describes the process that in-services must follow in order to meet the requirements of the Ontario Environmental Assessment Act. This Schedule B project will complete phases 1 and 2 outlined in this flowchart. Project purpose. In-Services completed a Master Servicing Plan update in 2018, which identified wastewater servicing strategies to accommodate the population and employment growth outlined in the Innisfil Official Plan. This Class EA is for the proposed new Innisfil Heights Sewage Pumping Station 6 to be located on Innisfil Beach Road in the town of Innisfil. The sewage pumping station will receive flows from the Innisfil Heights economic area and direct it to the Lakeshore Wastewater Treatment Plant. The objectives of this project are to satisfy the Schedule B Municipal Class Environmental Assessment process, to provide infrastructure capacity and flexibility to meet future capacity demands identified in In-Services Master Servicing Plan update, and to minimize environmental impacts. As a part of the Master Servicing Plan, various alternatives were examined in order to provide servicing to the first phase of the Innisfil Heights Economic District expansion, an area designated as a strategic settlement employment area. In order to promote, facilitate, and maximize the planned expansion of this area, the Master Servicing Plan identified that a municipal sanitary sewage collection system is required. The Master Servicing Plan identified Alternative 6, Option B, as the preferred option. Alternative 6 establishes a sanitary collection system connected to the Lakeshore wastewater system via Innisfil Beach Road for the first phase of development up to the year 2031. As a part of this alternative, several sewage pumping stations were identified along the sewer route, including the new Innisfil Heights Sewage Pumping Station 6. The study area is defined as the overall area on Innisfil Beach Road on which a new sewage pumping station can be located to best service the strategic settlement employment area. Problem opportunity statement is as follows. Identify and develop a preferred solution for new sewage pumping station 6 on Innisfil Beach Road to meet future capacity requirements in the strategic settlement employment area. Studies were completed to review and consider the existing environmental conditions and any potential impacts that the alternatives may pose within the study areas. In a review of the natural environment and environmental constraints study found that portions of the study area were within the Lake Simcoe Region Conservation Authority regulated areas. As well, many key natural heritage features, as defined by provincial planning policy, are identified within the study area. These features include wetland, including Lovers Creek, provincially significant wetland, woodland, watercourses including fish habitat classified as cold water sensitive, potential species at risk and/or species at risk habitat, and potential significant wildlife habitat. Based on the identified features and functions, it is recommended that siting of Innisfil Heights Sewage Pumping Station 6 occur away or outside of the identified key natural heritage features, including the provincially significant wetland, woodland, watercourses, and regulated lands to mitigate potential impacts. A Stage 1 archaeological assessment determined that there are 5 previously registered archaeological sites located within 1 kilometer of the study area, 3 of which are located within 50 meters of the study area. Parts of the study area exhibit archaeological potential and will require a Stage 2 assessment. The Cultural Heritage Report and Field Review identified 2 potential built heritage resources and 4 potential cultural heritage landscapes within the study area. Land use within the study area is designated as agricultural area and key natural heritage features and key heritage features under the Town of Innisfil official plan. As well, there are numerous residences along Innisfil Beach Road within the study area. This figure presents the preliminary alternatives that were developed as a part of this study to address the problem opportunity statement. 6 locations were considered along Innisfil Beach Road. A preliminary screening was completed to eliminate alternatives that would not meet basic criteria as follows. 1. Does the alternative meet the problem or opportunity statement? 2. Does the alternative meet the minimum technical requirements? And 3. Can the alternative be implemented without facing significant impacts that mitigation measures could not address? A do-nothing alternative was also considered throughout the evaluation as a benchmark to gauge the potential impacts of the other alternatives being considered. This slide presents the results of the initial screening of preliminary alternatives. It was determined that alternatives 1A and 3A, along with the do-nothing option, would be carried forward for further evaluation as they meet the preliminary screening criteria. Alternatives 2A, 4A, and 5A are situated within key natural heritage features. Alternative 6A does not meet the minimum technical requirements because of the excessive depth of a wet well required to provide gravity drainage to the site. This slide provides the location of site alternative 1A, as well as an approximate footprint of the sewage pumping station site on the property. The property address is 7524 10th Side Road. This slide similarly provides the location of site alternative 3A, as well as an approximate footprint of the sewage pumping station site on the property. The property address is 7535 10th Side Road. Each of the alternatives were evaluated based on their potential impact to the study area environment, including the physical, natural, cultural, and socio-economic environment. The evaluation is presented in a table or matrix to provide a simplified visual comparison. A scoring system was created where a score of 1 to 2 represents the most preferred option, as it will address the key concerns, but create the least amount of environmental impact. A score of 5 is indicative of a least preferred option as it has a higher potential to impact the environment. Evaluation of alternatives. The evaluation matrix provides the results of the aforementioned evaluation. This slide examines the potential impact of each alternative in consideration of the technical environment and the natural environment. This part of the matrix evaluates the cultural and social environment as well as the economic environment. Based on the results of the evaluation, Alternative 1A provides less potential for impacts than Alternative 3A. Based on the results of the preliminary evaluation, the recommended solution is Alternative 1A, located at 7524 10th Side Road. Next steps and proposed schedule. This slide summarizes the next steps and timeline to the completion of the Class EA process. Comments on the PIC material will be received by the project team until Thursday, May 12, 2022. Following the receipt of comments, feedback will be incorporated from the PIC. The preferred alternative will be selected and the project file report will be finalized. The notice of completion will then be issued in summer 2022. It will identify the preferred solution along with initiating the start of the 30-day public review period. After the expiry of the 30-day public review period, and assuming no receipt of a notice of proposed order, the Class EA process is considered complete and the project can then move forward to preliminary design. This is planned for fall 2022. This slide presents the closing comments, and we wish to remind you that we encourage you to provide your feedback by submitting your comments via the comment sheet by email or mail. Please ensure your comment sheets are submitted by Thursday, May 12, 2022. In the meantime, if you have specific questions, please direct them to either Jenna DeGrood at InServices or Priya Belgobin at the Ainley Group. Thank you for visiting this online public information center, and we appreciate your participation and look forward to receiving your comments.